How's it going? Hopefully you're fantastic. I'm doing well. I got a hot shower, which is so fortunate. Now, what did I do with my... Oh, there it is. So, yeah. I've had a really good day. How's your day, y'all? You doing good? Yeah, it was a rough few days, but coming out the other side feels fantastic. So there's always that, you know. That is nice. I'm feeling so good today. This is the best day of my life. Again. I've been hanging out with Andre, my husband, all day. And I gotta tell you, the energy has been explosive. And not like in a sexual way, although that's definitely part of it. But I don't, I'm celibate, so it's weirdly different. I'm trying to not, anyways. I don't know what to do with that energy right now, but, it's like explosive in like an exponential way. My energy is just exponentially larger. Because of his love. It's just amazing. It's crazy. What else? It's really all I've been thinking about today is Andre. He is so amazing. It just gets me how amazing he thinks I am. It's just crazy. He's so amazing. We definitely balance each other out for sure. What else? The energy in general is just fantastic. I've been seeing a lot of growth. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. It was like hanging out with Andre is so much different because it's like last time we hung out, we were like cocoons, we're like best buddy cocoons. And now we're still best buddies, but we're butterflies. So it's just a whole different arena. Same love, same friendship, same passion, but different embodiment. It's really fucking cool. It's so awesome. I've kind of just been chilling today, doing my shorts. I don't know if you could really call it chilling. It takes time, but it's not, it's relaxing. I just love that I can just do whatever I want, whenever I want. Nobody sweats me for anything, which is exactly what I needed to evolve. I mean, I needed this vacation. I really needed it to be able to just do what I needed to do for myself when I needed to do it. Everybody needs this at some point. I'm very fortunate to be getting it now. I am loving life. I'm loving my husband. We've been getting reacquainted. You know, God told me just to be patient. He had like something really special in store. And I honestly, I fucking believed him. I really did. I believed him. Because I knew I deserved somebody that is amazing. I knew I deserved Andre. And, yeah. So I was just patient. Like God told me to be patient and just take care of myself and try to harness my energy, my sexual energy, which by the way wasn't that easy. I kind of led with that foot for a few years. I remember the end of it was like a couple years ago. And it was so weird. I was like, that's it. I'm going celibate. Like I literally had gone celibate. And I was working at a meat market, which is funny in itself. I was like the only chick there. But anyways, and we went through employees like toilet paper. It was not the coolest place to work. Unless you're like me and you're great wherever you are. There's just a couple things I couldn't tolerate, but that's like a whole nother story. But anyways, where was I going with that? Oh, that was funny. Shizzle. I guess I'll have to come back to it. Oh yeah. I became celibate and I was working at a meat market. And it was like literally like the day after I was like, that's it. Like, I'm good with this. I don't need any of that. I'm just going to cut it all out. Because God told me just cut it out. Because they're harvesting your energy. They're harvesting your energy that way. And I wasn't cool with that. I honestly, it felt so slimy and gross. That I just easily cut it all off. And then I go to work the next day and my boss had hired these like two really fine dudes that were like basically competing for my attention. And I was just like, seriously? But I realized it was a test, which is funny, and I passed. And that was the beginning of this whole celibacy thing. After that, after that, God didn't really mess with me too much on that. Or at least I didn't mess with myself. I didn't really want anybody. It's funny. But yeah, so God told me be patient, and I have a saint waiting for you. So I was patient, and sure enough, it was somebody I was madly in love with already, even, which is crazy. Who dat? Hey, and I can't see with this light. Joan. Good to see you. So anyways, we've been getting reacquainted, and I'm thinking about a honeymoon. Like where we're gonna go on our honeymoon, and we can't decide on a place. So one thing I do know is we're just gonna be chilling. I guess it's gonna depend on where the weather is the best at the time. We'll have to play it by ear. You make me so happy, Andre. It's insane. It's really insane. You know, it's so funny because, you know, that's how I know that my roommate is good people, because she, like, you actually make her happy. Because you make me so happy. She loves you. Whereas anybody else I ever talk about anything to, they're always just like, eh. Like, I don't know. Like, nobody can ever be happy for me. But she's just like, oh, I love him. Anybody that can make you smile like that, I love him, she says. She's she's the best. I love her too. So, yeah, Facebook's kind of making life difficult for me again. Well, what's new? I don't know what it is about my Beth Hartwig page. They're more sensitive about that page than they are Hartwig Art. Like, my name is really worth something. That name is worth something. They don't like me posting anything on that page. They're kind of, like, right now, I'm blocked for 6 days, but I've been blocked for 6 days for a day already. And usually they have the like clock going down, but it's not. So I don't know. They're all tripped out about it. They're all freaking out about something. So's this channel. I started doing mad shorts, and now they're not running them at all. Like, they haven't run them in like 20 hours or something like that. It's like, that's how they do it though. It's alright, at least my husband takes care of me, because, yeah, this is, yeah, good thing my husband takes care of me. Or I'd be SOL. Seriously. For shizzle dizzle. I'm just having like the best holiday season. I am just happy. I've never been happy. It's like crazy. Christmas will never be the same again. It's gonna be the happiest time of year. I'm like serious. I'm like one of those people that despises Christmas carols. Like, despises anything to really do with Christmas. The only time I actually started to enjoy anything about Christmas was when I had kids. And I never ever lied to them about Santa. They always were aware of who Santa was. And but other than that, I tried to make it really special for them, you know? Cuz Christmas is, you know, fun. So I tried to make it super fun for them. Spoil them rotten and all that stuff. But it just wasn't my time of year. Besides that, like, honestly, that's the only thing that made it tolerable, was that I got to see my kids happy. So it was nice, but it was just such a drag on my emotions. And not this year. I am so flippin' thankful for everything in my life. I'm so thankful. And I hope that my kids are doing really great. It sucks that we're not going to be able to be together this year, or, you know, and I'm not going to be able to get them presents and all that, but I'm just going to have to owe you one, kids. I will definitely get you back in a couple months. It's going to take me a couple months to get on my feet. And I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's just the way it is. It's not as easy as it might look, to start from scratch again. But it is what it is. And Andre's gonna help us when he can, you know, but he can't right now, is basically what that boils down to. At least not as much as he'd like to. But that's okay. That's all gonna change, and you guys are all comfortable where you're at anyway, so it's probably only gonna be me that changes for. And I'll be able to help to support you better at that time. Hopefully even before then, but who knows what, I don't know. I can't predict the future. I can only try to put good vibes out there and positive thoughts and hope the rest of the world is doing the same so we can all get this shit show on the road. Yeah. It's just the best Christmas ever. Yeah, I definitely must have like evolved or something. This isn't normal. I mean, seriously, if you would have caught me a couple years ago and been like ripped my kids away like this, well, they tried to, and I was a wreck. I mean, I was a wreck. That was 4 years ago. And they pretty much stopped doing that about. They did that for 2 years straight. Calling the cops and CPS and just making weird false reports. But in the beginning it was terrifying. Until I realized they couldn't really take my kids or they would have already. You know? It's kind of what it's like. I have to go through it and see what they are really capable of doing before I can like get over myself. I don't know. The threat of losing my kids has got to be just the worst nightmare I've ever been through. And now they're all gone. So, it's done. The Band-Aid's been ripped off. I don't have them anymore. Don't have kids, don't have a home. Don't really have any possessions. Don't have really any family except for you know, my kids and my husband. And I don't really have any friends except for my roommate, who is a great friend. I love her. And she's just God sent, most definitely. And it goes both ways. We help each other so much. It's so nice to feel appreciated by the people I'm around. Like, have somebody just being like, I'm so glad you are in my life. I've been having people tell me they hated me my whole life, pretty much. So it's been a nice change of pace having two solid people telling me they love me and appreciate me in their life. I mean, like, super solid people. People I look up to and learn from. It's been a long time since I've been in a room with people that taught me things. Like, pretty much since Mark died. I always learn stuff from Mark. He was a genius. Well, actually, I think Mark died right before I met my husband. But, anyways, that was a bad time in my life. Shit hit the fan, like, in a serious way. Like, serious. Mark died. Then my husband at the time and I split up. And when I say split up, it was terrible. And then I met Andre. And then I went through the dark side of the moon. For shizzle dizzle. A couple years in bed crying. Watching, like binge watching Netflix. It was so funny because, my mom and my brother had Netflix. And they let my son use it. But they gave him explicit instructions. He was not allowed to let me use the Netflix. It was just like, Lily could use it, but I was not allowed to. And I just thought, that is so weird. And then they thought I was using it one day and they like tested it out. And then they ended up taking Charlie's away because they figured out that he was letting me use it sometimes. Talk about trying to like put a wedge in between a mother and their child. Like, that is just weird. Don't let your mom use the Netflix or we'll take it away from you. It's no wonder that poor kid hates me. Well, I'm sure he doesn't hate me, but he's definitely conflicted about how he feels, for sure. It's really not fair to him. But I'm sure it's going to get worked out soon because he's going to wake up to the illusion being busted. So it's just a matter of time before he's back on Team Beth. And Lily's still on Team Beth. She's having a good time with her dad, though, which is great. And like I said, I've kind of needed this time. And Sage, I don't know how she's doing, but I'm sure she's doing great because Mike is a really good dad. So that gives me a lot of... Same with Lily. Tim's a really good dad. So that gives me a lot of solace. And Charlie is just really a fantastic person. So I know he'll be fine too. And he has friends that he loves and love him. And they've always really been more of influence in his life than me anyway. I don't really know what happened there. Sure, it's my fault. I'll take responsibility for it. I don't know what happened. He loved Mark so much, and Mark and I are like basically twins, except for I managed to keep jobs. And Charlie loves Mark and just can't stand me. It's like, I don't understand it. I'm not really sure what's going on there. But I'm sure it's going to change soon. And when it does, I'm sure I'll get a phone call. Until then, I'm kind of staying away from it because it's pretty painful to be misunderstood by your own son. It's just painful. It's alright though. It's part of being a parent. At least he's alive. A lot of parents have to deal with their children not being alive, so at least when I think about Charlie, I think about his heart still beating right now. That's really fortunate. There's time for us to make amends in this embodiment. I just love everybody. Like, I just don't have any hard feelings, really. at all anymore towards anything or anyone. And it's not that I don't have boundaries anymore, because I do. The boundaries are still there. I just don't really care to think about it. You know? If somebody came at me, I would definitely have boundaries, but I'm pretty much secluded, so I don't have to protect myself in any way. I can just chill. It's so nice. It is like so nice. Yeah, and I want to kind of like say I'm sorry about all the people that are watching me that can't reach out to me, and I can't, like, I tried to in the beginning say hi to everybody that I was feeling, but it's like it's a lot of people, and it just got to the point where it was like it's a lot of people. And it just sucks that, like, people I know are being blocked. I mean, people that I know are just straight up being blocked from me. And they, you know, and it's funny how they do it, too, because they'll let you leave a comment, but then they'll go behind you and delete it. So you'll think that you left me a comment and I just completely ignored you. But that's not the case. Like, they will just delete your comment after you leave it. They'll also, you can leave like a like, and they'll just go behind you and delete your like. I've had a few friends, and I kind of circle back around and notice these things. Amy Levert's one of them. They delete all of our likes between each other. All of our comments, like all that shit. They just totally like try to wipe each other out of each other's lives. And they do that with everybody now, but it started with like her and a few other people. But her and I actually discussed it. Like, this is a real thing. She's like, you know, they're doing this, right? And I'm like, yep. And it was weird because it's like I did and I knew why they were doing it, but it's kind of funny because looking back on it now, I had no idea that I would be doing what I'm doing now back then. And that was like, I don't know what, like a couple years ago or something. It was literally when I first started my Facebook page. They were on me as soon as I started it. They were worried about me getting back together with my husband. I didn't even know we were thinking about getting back together. I didn't even know that was an option. Lo and behold, they're like over there freaking out about him wanting me and trying to kill me and shit. That's how you know it's meant to be. When you get close, people start trying to off you. You know for sure you're on to something. You know that. As a matter of fact, like, I don't know. It's just so funny. Like, literally, the dark force dictates everything I do and has my whole life. And it's basically based on I will assess a situation, figure out what they don't want me to do. And so, and if I see something they're trying to keep me from doing, I will do it times 10. That's how they've trained me, you know? Like my mom, the only thing she ever taught me was marry for money because love never lasts. So I literally was just like, I would meet guys and I'd be like, what? You have a job? Oh, I'm not really into guys with jobs. My mom told me to marry for money. I'm like, how much do you have in your pocket? $5? I don't know, that's kind of pushing it. uh, yeah, it's pretty much that bad. Or it has been up until now. That's why I've always had to make sure I had a good job and my shit together, because, yeah, I was so afraid of a man trying to control me with money that I made sure that, yeah, I always had my money. That I've never even known, this is another thing, I've never even known what it was like to have a man do things for me. Like spend money on me, support me in any way. I've never known what that was like until recently. Well, really until I met Andre, because he's always been like that. It's really a turn on. It's crazy because I've avoided that my whole life, and it's just like a super, super turn on. Having a man like caring for you like that, it's like, oh, I just love it. I can't believe I denied myself that my whole life. I can't even, like, seriously, I can't remember anybody besides Andre I've ever dated that had any money at all. I seriously, I can't think of any. I'm trying. No, they were all, I had to support every man I've ever been with. Except for Andre. Every single one I had to support. Except for maybe in like high school. Those guys all had jobs. It went downhill after that. Oh, that's funny. Thanks for having a job, Andre. I love you. At least making money. Whatever you do. I mean, I kind of know what you do. But in general, just like thanks for having your shit together. Because I did not keep my shit together at all, obviously. Something went way wrong in my life. Because I did not plan for this. I literally made so many plans to make sure this never happened. Like, I was gonna have college funds for my kids, like, the whole night, braces, the whole 9 yards. That dream went out the window with working in the medical profession. Finding out that that was just flipping scam. Like, seriously, I went to school for 11 years to sign up for a fucking scam. God. Okay, so at least I've learned a lot. Personally, I gained a lot. That's what I've been telling myself. But I did. I really enjoy it in science, you know, and I enjoy learning. I like to know everything. I want to know everything. I want to understand it, not just like have it memorized, but like really understand it. And grad school will do that. You really get to understand stuff because they don't spoon feed you information. They make you problem solve, and what do they call that? Independent thinking, or deductive and something else reasoning. Deductive and inductive? I don't know. It's been a while. But anyways, they teach you how to think. They really do. They won't give you answers. It's kind of annoying, I thought, because it's not how I was used to learning. I was used to being given answers. and then I could regurgitate them. That's how I was used to it. They didn't do that in grad school. They're like, first they'd make you come up with the answer, and then they'd make you come up with whether the answer you came up with was right or not. You're like, what the fuck? So you just had to start making shit up as you went along, and then you find out that's actually what the profession is about. Really, all professions, grad school professions. You're the professional, so you better look like you know what you're talking about. That's what it's all about. You better fucking look like you know what you're talking about. I mean, really, you can argue two sides of any flipping anything. You can. And then you just have to make sure that you write it down, your reasoning in your paperwork, and it doesn't matter. As long as insurance will pay for it. That's all that really matters to anybody. It's pretty sad. Hold on. It's kind of chilly. Oh, that's better. Yeah, heat's off again. It's getting chilly in here. I should put a hoodie on. Oh, I gotta go get it out of the bathroom. Oh well. Probably gonna get under the covers soon. Oh, shizzle. This blanket's cold. So yeah. How are you doing? How are you, Andre? I love you. I ate. I did not. I took a shower. I did not go for a walk. I decided I didn't really need anything, so it can wait. It can wait until I feel like doing something. I have everything I need with the love of my husband wrapped around me, pumping through my veins the whole bit. It's just crazy. I have never felt so one with a person, like just straight up connected. It's crazy. I never ever expected this. I mean, I knew it was gonna be good. God told me it was gonna be good, but I was just like, okay, whatever. I really honestly was thinking there's no way, because I didn't want to meet anybody. I didn't want any new friends. I was not willing to even give anybody a chance. It's just thank God you were down to hook up, because man, you were literally the only person I would have considered on the face of the earth. Like, it's just crazy. I was at that point. Like, I was done. I was fine with it. It's like, okay, that's fine. I knew I was at the head of this, whatever you call it. He, And so I thought maybe it was just not for me. Like, love just wasn't going to be something I got to do. 'Cause it just never happened. It just never happened. So I was starting to think, okay, whatever. I'm a sacrifice. I've always been a sacrifice. It's whatever. I was very pleasantly surprised to see you. Like, so... Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. I love him. Oh, I couldn't even think of anything better. There's just nothing, actually, nothing else would have done, you know, nothing else would do. There's that. I already knew your energy. I already had you memorized. It's the only way you were able to get in. Man, my hair is standing up on end right now. Talk about meant to be, though. And the whole Cinderella glass slipper thing. I mean, there is nobody. Who is that? Who that? Who that? Oh, hey, Jesse. Okay, well, that was fun. I think I'm gonna go to bed now, though. I love you, Andre. I will see you soon. Love you.